falling in love was in my plan. I never thought that I would be a lover. Come on, please, dear, just understand. This is it. Ooh. Ooh. I don't like looking forward. I try to stay in the present tense, but oh my goodness, I'm looking forward to this Michael Jackson movie, man. I remember watching This Is It in theaters all these years ago. I remember watching This Is It in theaters all these years ago, and now they actually came out with a new Michael Jackson movie. Anyway, I just requeued the live stream, so if anyone's confused as to why I'm just singing into the intro right now. So welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Hendrix. Formatting's good, cool. We're going to kick off this new WNBA CBA update. I guess I have to go through my whole anecdote of what I was talking about on the first stream, but anyway, I'll just go through it. I opened up the ESPN article. I saw the headline. Went on Twitter so I could save the thing on Twitter. Saw the AP News post because I was looking for the post on Twitter. I'm just like, $1.1 million. This headline, I feel like this has to have some sort of traction from the fans already. So I go on Twitter. I find that the AP News has done an article. I'm like, cool, boom. I'm gonna save the AP News article for the channel. I start reading the first paragraph on the ESPN article, and I'm like, I saw that they said something about the $1.1 million max contract for WNBA players is like growing over each year. I just started seeing those extra fluff words, and I got pissed off, and I'm just like, I remember I started talking to myself. I was just like, you know what? Just go ahead and give us the quarter zip, man. Give us the quarter zip, because I'm not doing the NBA, WNBA jargon with this type contract where grow year over year. It really just came across as, okay, they get the $1.1 million contracts, but truthfully, I'm not trying to see another 2020 CBA where the top two players are getting 250 and everybody else is getting shit, because that's what they did before, right? So now I'm like, okay, this is not impressing me. I'm one paragraph into the ESPN article and I'm like, this is not impressing me, because this kind of reminds me of that 2020 CBA. Now I get it, back then 2020 CBA, the players didn't have a lot of momentum. They didn't have a lot of things going for them at that time. I understand, but I think that CBA is still owner friendly, if you will. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm reading the second part of the article, and that was just like, after saying out loud, just give us the quarter zip. Y'all know on this channel that I've been asking for that $500,000. I've been asking for that half zip before all of this even started. I believe our live stream was in February or March. Oh, no, February, because remember, we were going over WNBA free agency. I'm pretty sure it was WNBA free agency tracker day 2. And I was talking to some of the viewers and I said, I want $500,000 minimum contracts. I'm not really gung ho about $1 million contract. Obviously you can get there in 2 years if a minimum contract is what? $500,000, right? So I was like, I'm not even worried about $1 million contract right now. I'm more so concerned with the minimum salary. Show me what the minimum salary is like, and I'll tell you if this league is going to start pulling in more talent, going to start pulling in more players, more attention from the youth side. AAU going to kick up, college going to kick up. Well, college has always been, relatively boosted, but I did say I'm more so concerned with the minimum salary. But I gave the parameters back in that February live stream where I said minimum salary half a zip and maximum salary maybe somewhere in the millions. I hope, actually, let me save that for later. But as I'm reading the ESPN article, right? Let me pull up the AP article right here. I don't know if I should do this. Hold on. Let's pull up the ESPN article first. Let's do the ESPN article first. But as I was reading the second paragraph of the ESPN article, I saw that they were saying that the new proposal that this article was covering was $220,000 minimum salary, an average salary of about $460,000, and a max salary of $1 million, and actually $1.1 million, and then I think additional might be incentives as a part of it. Again, I didn't read the entire article, but I saw that it was somewhat additional, right? That 1.1 could be maybe a little bit more. then I was just like, damn, I feel like I spoke too soon. I was telling myself, I'm talking to myself. I'm like, damn, did I speak too soon? Should I have just just kept reading and shut up? Because now I'm like, I said, you know what? Give us a quarter zip, and they actually did. Now I'm just like, I felt kind of stupid because I don't want the quarter zip. Remember, I wanted the half milli. My dumb ass. I low key feel like I just did that, but yeah. Anyway, let's keep. I'm gonna pull up this ESPN article. We're gonna read it. I'm gonna give you all my raw reactions as we read it because this is the entire reason why I said let's go live. Now, I also do want to discuss some college basketball with you guys. You know, even though this isn't necessarily a heavy college basketball channel, but I have been doing college basketball scouts. By the way, hopefully you all have seen the Lauren Betts video. Check it out. It's my latest video. I'm working on another video right now. I'm kind of in the balance of whether I should post it or not because I did do it specifically and privately for a player that I wanted to give it to, but I haven't really heard back from the players, representation yet. So I'm gonna sit on the video for maybe like a week more, and then I'll post it. But I am in the mix of doing college basketball breakdown videos for you guys. I think those should be rather entertaining. You all tell me what you think. But here's the ESPN article. I'm gonna start with the second paragraph, which is where I cut this thing off anyway. WNBA officials updated the board on the latest proposal at meetings this week. The new league minimum would be more than $220,000 with an average of more than $460,000 according to a source. I was just on Twitter, and someone said they still don't like it, and trust me, I told this person, actually I made a tweet. I told this person I understand because in a way, letting the little honeymoon reaction go away, I started thinking, and I was just like, remember what I said when we were always discussing WNBA contracts and the new CBA. Remember what I always said. I said it has to be a number that revolutionizes the game. Right? It has to be a number that revolutionizes the game. And this is why I was always so concerned with the minimum number, right? The minimum salary. In this proposal, it would be 220. That's not bad. But part of me now, again, just past the first reaction, past thinking about it now, it's not a bad number, but it's not the number I wanted. I know I wanted $500,000. Now, keep in mind, I also had in mind that $500,000 might not happen. $500,000 minimum. Remember, the NBA is still trying to be owner friendly in the WNBA. So I don't think they would be so pushy about having $500,000 minimum salary. So I already knew that was a stretch. I still wanted it though, and trust me, I believe they're still capable of doing that and giving that to the players. I still wanted that, but I knew in my mind that was kind of a stretch, right? But I was at least hoping, knowing that they or assuming that they wouldn't be getting $500,000 minimum. I was hoping for somewhere around maybe 3. I was hoping for 3. I was really hoping for at least 3. If they weren't going to get $500,000, can they get 350? 220, I feel like they're still trying to this. Man, 220 might be, when you think about it, 220 might be really low depending on how the W's about to go. I mean, you're about to enter. There's so much talent. I don't think this WNBA wave and this WNBA momentum stops anytime soon. You're getting generational talent class after class after class for the next 3 years, which is, I don't know if there's in the new CBA, if there's going to be a renegotiation clause. Something tells me there's not. Like, something tells me the NBA is going to take out a renegotiation clause if they're given this much money. I promise you, something tells me, because the last CBA had a renegotiation clause, which is what allowed the players to opt out of it last year. But something tells me if they get this type of money, that the NBA is going to make sure there's no renegotiation clause, especially after 3 years, which is why I'm now hesitant. You see what I'm saying? Excuse me. If there's going to be no renegotiation clause, or if the renegotiation clause is going to be 5-6 years down the road, that's a bad number. That's a really low number. That's a really, really low number. It's not bad, but I don't want people, even myself, I don't want people to accept it because it's better. We have to look at the bigger picture, and we have to look at the long-term future impact. That 220 minimum 2-3 years down the road might be horrible. It might be exactly like the 2020 CBA, where it looks good at the moment, but further down the road, it might not. I say all that only being 2 paragraphs into this article, okay? I saw in the, you know what, let me read the first article as well, because they did say it would be revenue sharing, but they also said that the new contracts, those 220 minimum contracts with the 460 average, the 1.1 mil max, they said that would kick in the first year. So if that's just the first year, if those are just the first year numbers, again, we're only 2 paragraphs into this article. I'm just giving you play-by-play reaction. If those are just the first year numbers and they're saying the more revenue they make, that minimum salary, that average salary, that max salary could increase, cool. That's what I like to hear. So if you're saying that 220 is the base of the next year, depending on how much revenue the WNBA is splitting or sharing, that 220 becomes 275, I'm with it. I'm with it. 220 isn't a bad platform. I just don't want us to stay there. But that's why we should probably continue to read this article, okay? So I'm just going to read the entire article. Y'all give me the reactions or what you think. Let me check chat. Okay, we're all good. Cool. Is the camera okay? Is camera looking like Boston Celtics, looking like TD Garden in 08. Hold on. Let me clean this. I don't know if it's looking dusty for y'all, but let me see how that looks. Anyway, let's go ahead and clean. Let's go ahead and read the rest of this article. All right, let me read the first paragraph for you guys. The WNBA's latest collective bargaining proposal would include revenue sharing with a maximum salary of more than $1.1 million available to more than one player per team, growing each year. I don't know what the hell that means, but what the translation sounds like is a maximum salary of more than $1.1 million available to one person at a time. A source confirmed to ESPN. That's what it sounds like. You see? Now, notice that's how they get everyone to read the headline and think this is a nice old contract, because what do they focus on? They focus on that max. They focus on that max salary, right? The maximum salary. Oh, the 1.1 million. They focus on the big number. Here on this channel, y'all, I don't want y'all. What do I always say? Don't get fooled by the numbers. Do not get fooled by just the numbers. There is more to the story. Y'all can have great numbers and still be ass. Y'all be looking at players. Oh, they're dropping all these amazing numbers, but guess what? They might be empty stats. There is such a thing called empty stats. There is such a thing called empty numbers. You feel me? So don't get fooled by, these headlines putting in the max contract first. All right. That's the first paragraph. Just reading it, starting from the second again. WNBA officials updated the board on the latest proposal at meetings this week. The new league minimum would be more than $220,000 with an average of more than $460,000, according to the source. Those numbers would start in the first year of the deal for more than 180 players and increase over the length of the CBA, the source said. All right. That's what I like to hear. That is what I like to hear. Those numbers would start. That's great that the numbers are starting in that first year, would start in the first year of the deal for more than 180 players, because obviously the expansion teams, and increase over the length of the CBA. So now that's good. That means that These are just the starting points for the new salaries. That's solid. That is solid. That's actually solid news. And man, that's oh my goodness, man. We used to pray for times like this. Damn. So can you imagine with the revenue sharing? Can you imagine if they did start at 500,000 and they said it would increase? They probably start making more than NBA minimum contract. That crazy, bro. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. You all get it. There's a reason. I feel like there's a clear reason why they didn't start at no 250 because it's going to increase over time. So here's the NBA kind of trying to set the bar low, but even though they set the bar low, in a way it still works because 220 is wait. Wait, hold on. It's technically 2 times more than they're making now. They didn't go that full 3. They could have gone full 3, 210, 280. So again, it would have been somewhere around 275 if they went 3 times as much as they were making now in terms of a minimum salary. So the NBA still went 2 times what they're making now and not 3. Because the minimum salary is what? Somewhere around 70K. And now they said the new minimum salary would be around 220. So they didn't even go 3 times that. Interesting. Unless I'm getting my math wrong here, it doesn't sound like they went 2 times that. Sorry, it doesn't sound like they went 3 times that. Damn, that's but it makes, again, I'm not trying to say that it doesn't make sense because again, the NBA is trying to be owner friendly in the W, right? They're trying to cater to the owners more so than the players. So it makes sense for them to set that number so damn low. 220, you couldn't go 250, you feel me? You couldn't go 275, you feel me? The top players are getting paid 250 right now, but you don't want to go 250 for a minimum. It kind of says a lot, you feel me? They know that it's going to grow each year, so they start at 220. I can see it from both perspectives. It's a good number. I wouldn't say I don't like it, but I can see what they're doing. I still see the strings they're pulling. You feel me? But the biggest news that I wanted to see, the biggest statement I wanted to see was that it would increase over the length of the CBA. Now, the next question I would have is how long is the CBA going to be? Or how many years are they looking for in this new CBA? 2020 was, well, they had the option to why am I forgetting the word now? They had the option to leave the CBA after 3-4 years or so. But how many years was that set for? I think somewhere around 6 to 8 years, I believe, with the option to leave after 3rd or 4th year. I wonder how long this CBA is going to be. So let's keep reading, see if they say anything about the duration of the CBA. The current CBA was set to expire October 31st, but the WNBA and the Players' Union agreed to extend negotiations to November 30th. So we're about 12 days out from that, allowing more time to negotiate a deal that would be revolutionary for the players in terms of salary. Random thought. I still have yet to hear about whether these players will be making money off of their own jersey sales. I swear, WNBA, if Players Union, if that shit is not in the, I'm gonna crash. I'm going to crash because this is one of the reasons I haven't been buying WNBA jerseys. Because what's the point of buying them if the player doesn't even benefit? You can't even get NIL, bruh. I seriously hope, because I still haven't seen it, because usually these articles and usually the people writing these articles, they'll throw in those nuggets like that. Like, oh, the players are now going to be able to benefit from jersey sales, or the players are now going to get a piece of this or get a cut of that. But usually they will tell us, they will throw in those nuggets. I still have yet to see it. Saying that, I still have not finished this article, so let's keep going. The players exercise their right to opt out. That was the damn phrase I was looking for. Leave. opt out of the current CBA last year with hopes of getting, among other things, increased revenue sharing, higher salaries, improved benefits, and a softer salary cap. Does not say anything about jersey sales. I need the jersey sales. I need the jersey sales. I need the jersey sales. You W players, you better not leave any money on the because you know what? You know why I'm pushing for these jersey sales so badly, because the WNBA won. Well, actually, I don't know. The WNBA probably still makes money off that, but the players especially, you're leaving money on the table. That 220 minimum. Think about it. You have a guaranteed incentive. All of these things kind of go into the competition of the game, right? Kind of increase the competition of the game. That incentive, that first incentive, or at least the most clear incentive you have outside of your team's prerogatives or objectives, is the fact that according to your own performance, your own personality, your charisma, whatever, leading to more jersey sales, that 220 could be 260. That 220, what was Caitlin Clark's jersey sales in her first year? Didn't that reach like well over 1 million or something like that? And that's Caitlin Clark. She got the buzz. So maybe for an average player, for an all-star level player, it gives some incentives to put out your personality, be charismatic as you play. Get a new celebration that isn't biting off of Steph's. I don't know. It just adds an incentive for you to be a little bit more charismatic on the floor, which is, again, I think it just feeds into the competition, and it feeds into the engagement that you're putting into the game or creating in the game. You feel me? So that incentive, a player could, again, with that minimum base salary and a couple of jersey sales, that player could be making 300. That player probably could be making 300, maybe 100,000. I don't know. Is that too much? I don't think that's too much. Let's just say 100,000. That's a lot of jerseys. If Caitlin, I'm trying to ratio this off of Caitlin Clark. I need my laptop to shut up. Seriously. I'm trying to rationalize this off of Caitlin Clark. Let's say Caitlin Clark made $1 million off of her jersey sales. I think it was a little bit more than that, but let's just go $1 million. If she's making $1 million, Angel Reese, Angel got her own shoe too, so she's getting a couple bags going her way. If Angel's making about, give Angel 3/4, $750 on jersey sales. Maybe an all-star. I'm trying to think of a player. Maybe Kelsey Mitchell. I can't use her because that's the fan base. She got fan base behind her. I need a regular all-star right now. I need a regular all-star. I was thinking of. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, so I'm thinking of. I don't know. I mean regular. I'll be like they not hooping or they not solid. Let's take a Gabby Williams. No disrespect. Let's take a Gabby Williams. We love Gabby. I think a lot of people love Gabby. So maybe Gabby Williams, she probably going to be hovering around that 400,000, right? Well, what was the minimum? 460,000 average. Gabby Williams going to be hovering around that 460. With a couple of jersey sales, does Gabby Williams sell 100K in jersey sales? I don't know if Gabby Williams is the best example. Is Sky a good example? Who the is a good? Sonia Citron. People be sleeping on Sony. I don't know. Maybe not Sony. I'm trying to think of a player. Paige got the fan base. She got UConn though. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of a good example right now, bro? Not NECA, not NECA. I can't. I kind of like the Sony. I kind of like the Sony one though. Okay, let's stick with Sonia Citron. We fuck with Sony. Sonia Citron, she's probably going to be average. She's around that 220 minimum. If Sonia sells, I'd say Sonia can get a little. How many units we think Sonia going to push in a season? Hopefully they start tracking this. Put the jersey sale trackers in the CBA, because some of these jerseys they not accessible to get. But if you make the jersey sales a part of the CBA where the players can get a cut, maybe the jerseys would be more accessible to the fans. So let's say Sony moves about 50,000 units. Why am I talking like she a rapper? She moved about 50,000 units in a season. Maybe Sony's looking at an extra 75K. That's not bad. You feel me? I know we went a long way to figure out that number, but I promise y'all I need the jersey sales to be in the CBA. I don't know what I'm gonna do if the players somehow forget that, or if that's not in the CBA. I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro. I'm going to be. We got 12 days left. If you all see this, please clip it, put it on Twitter. Y'all got my permission. Tell the players to not forget about the jersey sales. Please do not forget the jersey sales in the new CBA. Okay? All right, let's move on. We're taking hella long to finish this article. Let's keep going. When the last CBA expired in 2019, both sides agreed to a 60-day extension. Oh, so they did a 60-day extension. W might need a 60-day extension. Hopefully the W players still shoot for more with the 220. I would like to see maybe 250. 250 maybe minimum salary. Hopefully they should probably try shooting for like 350, and then shoot for 350, so you're settling at maybe 275. That's what I would do. Shoot for that 350. But anyway, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert was hopeful before the 2025 All-Star Game that everyone would be talking about how great the next CBA would be at the 2026 All-Star Game. I'm still really optimistic that we'll get something done that would be transformational, end quote, Engelbert said in July. The Associated Press was the first to report news of the WNBA's latest CBA proposal, and that's the article we're about to look at now. All right. Let me pull up the new AP. The new AP. Let me pull up AP News. This is good though. This is really good, yo. This is really good news. Seriously, it's good news. I wonder if AP News has, because that is probably like a little sensational article by ESPN, but I wonder if AP News has a little bit more information on the duration of the CBA, if the players are open to shooting for a higher minimum salary. Hopefully they don't settle. I have this weird gut feeling that the players might settle due to all the players. And why do I have that gut feeling that the players might settle? Because I'm seeing a lot of players signing to this Project B-ish. Not a lot. I shouldn't say a lot, but I'm seeing more and more players sign to that Project B league, which makes me think that they're going to settle. And they're going to go ahead and sign off on this newly proposed CBA. That's the gut feeling I have. Hopefully they push for more. Try your hand. 350 hard set. We're doing it, or I don't even care if y'all offer another extension on the negotiations or not. 350. Let the league tell you most we can do is 250, or most we can do is 260, 275. Let the league tell you that. Keep pushing for 350. 350 in jersey sales. That's all I need to see. 350 in jersey sales. Keep pushing for that. Y'all got 12 days left. Yeah, part of me feels like the players might settle with this, but I need a little bit more information, which is why we're about to read the AP News article. Then we'll get into the NCAA. Then I got to get back to my breakdowns. But let me pull up this AP News article. Let me check chat. Another late night stream, so I don't expect a lot of people to be on it. It's only Tuesday. WNBA is kind of... Technically, we're out of season in the WNBA, so I understand the engagement might not be there. But this is news for the real ones. Know, real ones know. This is the news we've been waiting on. Remember, I said at the end of the season, like I'm just looking forward to what the Liberty do in the off season, and I believe the Liberty are zeroing in on our brand new head coach, which I think is probably going to be the assistant from, what's his name? Why am I forgetting his name? I don't think it's going to be the assistant from, not Will Weaver. I don't think it's going to be him. I don't know if it's going to be Christy Tolliver. I think Christy Tolliver, if she's going to get the job, she would have had to show GMK a hell of a plan of how she's going to transform that team. Because I don't think GMK is going to, I don't think he has the time or is going to want to waste time on a new coach, on a new head coach that's not going to get it right. So Tolliver, in her interview, she had to have a plan set showing GMK how she's going to hit the ground running with this team, because GMK looking for innovation. He not looking for I don't think you're definitely not looking for uncertainty. So you better have a plan when it comes to that team. So if Christy Tolliver did have that, I'd expect her to be hired. But if she didn't, I think that job is going to the not Will Weaver, but the other person. I don't know why I'm forgetting his name right now. Maybe I'll pull it up later. I'll pull it up later. Actually, you know what? Let me pull it up now. It's not Jamal, right? It's Jameh Malhela. Let me pull it up real quick before we read the article. New York Liberty. It should be up. Hello. Hello. Yes. Oh shit, I think I goofed. Damn, I think I goofed again. I'm an idiot. I thought the parlay hit for a second, yo. I think it didn't. I think I fucked up. I might have fucked up. I might have goofed, y'all. Jewel Lloyd is now joining Women's League Project B. Ha. Damn, 14 days? Where's the article on our new coach? Damn, we didn't get a post for that? Jeez, New York Liberty page, what are we doing? I thought we had a post for that. Interesting. So we don't have a post for that. Yeah, Jewel Lloyd is joining Project B too. This sounds like a settlement is incoming, boy. This sounds like the players are. Yeah, sounds good. Y'all got our signature sign off. Cool. I'll be in Project B. I'll be kicking it in Project B. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like these players are good to go. Maybe that's why NECA signed. Maybe that's why NECA was the first person, because she was like, oh, sounds good to me. I know what I'll be doing in the offseason. All right. Might be looking like a 220 minimum salary. All right. This is the AP article. My ears are cold. Basically the same thing ESPN said. Okay. Basically the same first three paragraphs as the ESPN article. But here's a little remix on the second paragraph. WNBA officials updated the board on the latest proposal at meetings this week. The person told the AP on condition of anonymity because ongoing negotiations are private. The new league minimum would be more than $220,000 with an average of more than $460,000. Those numbers would start in the first year of the deal for more than 180 players and increase over the length of the CBA. People familiar with the WNBA's latest proposal described the plan to the AP as a highly lucrative package providing substantial increases over prior years and designed to bring negotiations to a quick conclusion. Oh, here we go. And there we go. So what did I say? I'll be reading it like a book. bro. I'll be reading this like a book, bro. What did I say? And I told y'all it sound like somebody about to settle. It every NBA said, man, just get them out of here, man. Give them what they want, bro. Give them what they want. I'm tired of this. Just set the numbers low and give them what they want. That's what it sounds like from the NBA standpoint. I see all these players signing to this new league and ramping up Unrivaled season 2 ish. It sounds like people have already agreed. It sounds like people have already agreed. People familiar with the WNBA's latest proposal describe the plan to the AP as a highly lucrative package providing substantial increases over Wait, hold on. Providing substantial increases over prior years. I don't care about the prior years. No, tell me about how it's going to impact the future. Hold on. No. I just caught that real quick. Substantial increases over prior years. Well, obviously, you have to give them more. What you going into a new CBA and you're going to give them less and think that's going to work? That's an empty sentence right there. I just realized that's an empty phrase. That's an empty statement. Substantial increases over prior years. Yeah, 2020 new negotiation was substantial increases over prior years. I don't care about that. The only thing I really got from this paragraph, and designed to bring negotiations to a quick conclusion. Someone's going to F around and forget something. Whether it's the players or the league. Somebody gonna forget something. And I'm willing to bet it won't be the league. If the league is like, all right, wrap this shit up. If the league is like, wrap this shit up, I'm willing to bet they've covered more of the stuff that they wanted to cover. If they're ready to say, hey, we're done, cool, send this package out, they accept it, they accept it. They don't accept it, that's on them. So I'm pretty sure the league is done. They probably added all their loopholes and thresholds and shit that, they probably protected their end. That's what it sounds like. If they want to get this done with, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like they protected their portfolio. Somebody gonna forget something. And that's probably going to be the players. So they trying to draw this shit to a quick conclusion. We got 12 days left in November. All these players signing with Project B. Oh yeah, I think the union is I think the union is done. I think they're ready to. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the article too. It's just the same thing as the ESPN article. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the article. Excuse me. That's the end of the article, y'all. Wow. Huh. All right. You can't say you didn't hear what I always say. What I always tell y'all. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. I told y'all it looked like the thing is coming to a close. It looked like the negotiations are coming to a close, and look at that. Just confirmed by the AP that the new CBA was designed to bring negotiations to a quick conclusion. Boy, it sound like somebody gonna forget something. I hope the players union has covered their tracks. I hope the players union has included everything they needed to. I hope they've gone over this multiple times, them and their lawyers, whomever they got. I hope the jersey sales are there. I don't know. You talk about giving an extension because you don't want to rush this new transformative CBA, but now we're seeing. Hold on. Let me cook real quick. You talking about you want this extension so that you can get the CBA right. But now you're telling me after one extension, you did 60 days in 2019, 2020. 60-day extension in 2019 and 2020. But you said all this stuff about you want to get out this transformative CBA, but now all of a sudden you want to bring this to a conclusion. You want to quickly bring this to a conclusion after one extension period of 30 days. Somebody about to get fleeced. Somebody about to get fleeced. That see now that 220 is looking at that that 220 looking a little low again. That 220 is looking a little low again. This entire time they were talking about they want to take their time with the CBA, come to a solid conclusion with both the players and shit. I'm telling you, this might be over. This might be over. The only way they extend it now, you heard it here first. The only purpose another extension would serve would basically be, I think, a little grace period for everyone to go over what they want to go over. Huh. Actually, this. I think this is going to play out in two different ways. Okay, hear me out. The players might ask for an extension just so everyone can clarify, go over their stuff. The extension, though, the main purpose of the second extension, the second 30-day extension, would just be to sign off on the CBA. The league might be a little hesitant to offer that other 30-day extension because they're going to be like, yo, so just sign this shit, like sign it now. We're not doing this. We're not giving y'all extra time. Just in case, just for them to be safe so that the players don't find something that they think they might find in the, you know what I'm saying, in the new CBA. Like they don't want the players going over it multiple times because who knows? What if they F around, find something that the league put in there that would eventually hold them? You see what I'm saying? So the league might be a little hesitant to offer that 30-day extension, but they would do it if the players are saying, yeah, just offer this 30-day, offer another extension so we can look over everything, or offer this 30-day extension so we can sign everything, so we can sign off on everything. That's the only thing that the extension would be used for. You offer this 30-day extension, we sign off on the first day or a couple of days into the extension so it doesn't look fishy. If the player union is going to accept this CBA and sign off on the CBA before November 30th, I think it's rushed. No, actually, I take that back. If they're going to sign off on this new CBA by November 30th, part of me is going to lose confidence that they know what's in the entire CBA. We have 12 days, give it 11 days to go over this new CBA. Plenty of time to. Don't get me wrong. Plenty of time to. The Players Union taking 11 days to go over the CBA, that's a lot of time. That's enough time. But it's a short amount of time for you to not see everything. You might not pick up on everything. It's different from having a month to, reset, relax, refresh your mind, go over this paperwork, and then you might pick up something. The same way I was picking up different things when I was reading the article, right? You're giving yourself 11 days to do that with this new CBA. That's not a lot of time. It's not a lot of time. It's not a tremendous amount of time. It's not a 1 month grace period. So if they sign off on this new CBA, that something tells me, well, one, that's going to tell me that they settled. That I don't think they push for the 300 or the 350 minimum. You feel me? But the other part of me if they sign off on this new CBA, and I don't see anything about the jersey sales, that's going to tell me that they really didn't look through that new CBA, or at least scan it a bunch of times. Because if the league is just trying to get them out there, if the league just trying to get them out of here, if they're just trying to get them out the office, I hope the players aren't allowing themselves to be rushed. I hope they're not looking at this like, oh yeah, we got what we wanted, we're good. I hope they're more so looking at it like, let's make sure we're not being duped again. That's what I hope they're looking at this like. That line just said a lot. That line just said a lot. That they're looking to that the new negotiation, that new package is designed to bring negotiations to a quick conclusion, that says a lot. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. That says a lot. I told y'all, my gut feeling was that this might already be settled on, which is probably why we're hearing about it now, because we get the framework, right? That the players are kind of like drawing to a conclusion with the league. Players Union is drawing to a conclusion with the league as well, which is why we get this, not technically a leak, but which is why we get this update, is because it's about to come to an end. November 18th. Today's November 18th. What is it? A Tuesday, right? 7 days, 25th, Tuesday. 25th. 5 days from the CBA. Next week, Tuesday, I think the CBA will be signed. Next week, Tuesday, I think the new CBA will be signed. You heard it here first. Next week, Tuesday, I believe the new CBA will be signed. Oh, Players Union, I don't know if you guys are giving woo. You guys are, I don't know whether to feel confident or, I don't know. Players Union, I really hope y'all covered every base. I hope y'all covered every base. I hope y'all checked all of your boxes. I hope you don't get duped again. I hope you're not getting played again, man. I hope you check your boxes, because something tells me the league is going to check theirs. I don't know if the league is going to leave any loopholes for y'all to exploit. If anything, it would be the other way around. Wow. Wow, that says a lot. That says a lot. That says a lot. I gotta get to my college basketball coverage now. Damn, Tuesday, I think next week Tuesday, definitely before the 27th, I think the CBA gets signed. I think the CBA gets signed because they definitely want to do it a couple of days before the deadline, so it's not like everyone's rushing to sign the new CBA like on the 29th. Oh, they signed it before the deadline was about to expire type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't look like any party is rushing, even though the news just said that they trying to bring this thing to a close. Next week Tuesday, this shit's getting signed. We received this article on Tuesday, today. Next week Tuesday, this article is signed. Next week Tuesday, this article is signed. Okay. Let's go ahead and transition to college basketball. Next week Tuesday, this shit getting signed, bro. I promise y'all. Next week Tuesday. It's here. Please, y'all keep commenting on the Players Union, the Players Association pages. Go to NECA's Instagram page. Please go to NECA Ogumeke's Instagram page. Please go to NECA Ogumeke's Instagram, her Twitter, whatever the hell she uses the most. Shanae's page. Go to the Players Union page. Go to Fee's page. Go to NECA's page. Who the hell is the other? Stewie. I think Stewie. Go to Stewie's page too. Please alert these players that ask them to confirm if jersey sales, if they're getting a cut of the jersey sales, if that's in the new CBA. Please ask them that. Please just go to their pages and ask them to confirm if they'll be getting a cut of their jersey sales in the new CBA. Please, guys, please. I need you all to do this, okay? Now, college basketball, women's college basketball. USC is playing right now too. UK, Kentucky won, Michigan won. Oh, Gino talking hilarious about Michigan basketball. So Michigan basketball, as y'all know, put belt to ass on Notre Dame, and everyone started coming for Hannah crazies, and everyone started going after Hannah Hidalgo as if she was a bad player. Did she have a horrible game? Absolutely, but y'all need to. I'm trying not to cuss. Y'all need to relax. You think, first of all, yes. Where was no. Don't give me week 3. Let me see week 1. Notre Dame should not have been ranked no top 25 anyway. Preseason. Let's look at the preseason rankings, okay? Because again, a lot of these people that are ranking these teams, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They don't know what the hell they're looking at, bro. Preseason rankings. Duke was 7, okay? Just to show y'all they don't know what they're talking about. Duke was 7. NC State was 9. I'm looking at NC State's roster. Where's the 3-point spacing? They don't have any. They don't have none. NC State 9, Maryland 10. That wasn't too bad. Michigan 13, Notre Dame 15. Notre Dame 15. Notre Dame is going to be asked this year. You don't lose 3 pro players, have a rising junior left, and you're going to be good. Especially not after. Especially once you knew they weren't going to be good when they didn't get. Boy, they barely got any star players out of the transfer portal. Martha Suarez, she went to TCU. Strack went to TCU. Garzon went to Maryland. All these players did not go to Notre Dame. No one was messing with Notre Dame. Olivia Miles leaves TCU. You didn't do anything in the transfer portal, and you damn sure didn't recruit any star players. Where do you get 15? Oh, Michigan put belt to ass. Hannah didn't have a bad game. Hannah overrated. Yo, the second best player on that team is Cassandra Prosper. Are we serious? What they say is you dead ass? Cassandra Prosper is your second best player on the team, and you not gonna struggle? They're like, well, you know what? I know she had this good stat line and this historic stat line against this other school, but she's not playing well against these good teams. She never plays well against these good teams. Bruh, it's a horrible team they were playing against. Yes, I understand the sensational media reporting. She did set D1 school history. I know it's an ass team. I know they're playing an ass team, but 16 steals is still crazy, even against a team that you're completely better than. 16 steals is a 44-point steals double-double is still crazy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything from that. But yes, we all knew she was playing a piss-poor school. But to now come out and say that she don't do that against good teams. All right. Now y'all trying to piss me off now. So I'm going to spend the next 5 minutes debunking this. She doesn't do this against good, as if she didn't have one of the best freshman seasons in ACC history ever. As if she couldn't have won ACC Player of the Year her freshman season. She doesn't do it against good teams. As if she didn't put belt to ass on USC and UConn last season. Where do y'all get off? Does she have flaws in her game? Yes. Does she struggle with leading with her play? Yes. Does she get rushed at times? Absolutely. But to say that, she struggles against good teams now, and before anyone gives me the argument that, she had Sonia Citron, she had Maddie Westbeld, she had Olivia Miles last year, in my opinion, I feel like she played better when Olivia Miles was injured. That's my take. I think she played better when Olivia Miles was injured, by the way. But either way, before anyone uses that argument that she had, 3 pro players on her team, let's go over her stats, shall we? Let's pull up Hannah Hidalgo for the past 2 years and let me tell you what she was doing against ranked opponents. Cool. That shouldn't be a problem, right? All right. Where's the game log? That shouldn't be a problem because she doesn't do it against good teams. Again, I'm still not putting Lauren Betts over Hannah Hidalgo. Where do y'all get off? Where do you get off? I'm not doing that. I'm not going for it. Let's start with her freshman season because she doesn't do it against big teams, right? Let's go to her freshman season. I don't think Lauren Betts is better than Hannah Hidalgo. I'm not. In no world am I taking Lauren Betts over Hannah Hidalgo. We already went over that in our preseason rankings. Let me check the camera real quick. Okay. We're good. Yeah, we already went over that in the preseason rankings, and I told y'all, I'm not going for it. Anyway, against USC, against SC's, sorry, South Carolina, by the way, remember that 2023-2024 season? She dropped 31 points on 10 of 24 shooting, 3-6 from deep, 8 of 12 from the line, 31-4, 3-3. That was when she was having that crazy battle with Malaysia Fulwiley, remember? And this was the same SC team that went undefeated? Yeah, okay. 31-4, 3-3 on them. 10 of 24 shooting. Let's go up to the next ranked game. Tennessee, where she got the win. 13-7, 7-4. 5 of 17 shooting. 3 of 4 from the line. Let's go. That she got the dub, by the way. Let's go up to the next ranked team. Let me see the next ranked team. Next ranked team. Syracuse, they lost 23, 4, 4, and 3, 7 of 18 shooting, 1 of 2, 8 of 8 from the line. Oh, let's go to Connecticut. Let's go to UConn. 8-seeded UConn, where she got the W. 34, 10, and 6 on 14 of 24 shooting, 3 of 5 from deep, 3 of 5 from the line. She got the dub, by the way. Louisville. 31, 1, and 7. Definitely fell off on all the rebounds and assists, but she's picking up 7 steals on a top 15 team. Okay, 7 steals on a top 15 team. 12 of 25 shooting. 6 of 6 from the free throw line. NC State, 59. NC State ranked 6 at the time. 10, 9, 0, 3, 4 of 19. That was a pretty bad game. I'll be the first to admit it. Horrible. Oh, let's go against the ACC Player of the Year. Ranked 5th in the nation at the time with Virginia Tech, right? 23, 12, 6, and 3 on 8 of 19 shooting. Got the dub. Louisville again. She stayed buzzing Louisville ass that season. 26, 8, 4, and 6. Bruh. 26, 8, 4, and 6. 7 of 11 shooting. Louisville, 24. Again, 21, 6, 6, 2. 5 of 16 shooting. Against Virginia Tech again. Another battle against the ACC Player of the Year. Winning by 20 points. 15, 6, 6, and 2. 5, 13 shooting. And then they lost. Then they won. They beat NC State. Hold up. For the ACC tournament final. They beat NC State. She dropped 22, 6, 6, 8 of 20 shooting. 3 of 6 from deep. 3 or 4 from the line. And they won that game for the ACC title. Then they lost Oregon State or Oklahoma State. I forget. Those are her games. Those are her performances against big teams. She's stayed killing big teams, bro. And I'm going to go over to the next season. I don't even know if I have to go over to the next season. She's been doing this. Pop the ACC Player of the Year twice. And she doesn't do this in big game. Pop Paige Beckers twice. No, sorry, just one time. But she doesn't play well against big teams, bro. She's just on a sorry squad. She's by herself. What I think Hannah Hidalgo needs to do during this time while she's having the season where essentially she's going to be on her own, slow down. Because one thing she does do when she sees her team getting in a hole, when she sees her team getting whooped on, what she tries to do, and she tries to do it herself. Now, I'm not saying that she's not supposed to do that, because she's going to have to do it herself for the most part, for a lot of the time. But what she can work on, why did it just drop me on this page? What she can work on, what I need her to work on is slowing down. Because sometimes a team will go on a run and she will immediately call for the ball, boom, try to pity pat, do it herself, step through and try to jack up some BS, get blocked. What I need Hannah to do is just slow the game down. You're probably not going to win. But there are ways you can take over the game where you look good. And I'm not just saying this as in terms of an optics thing, but where you look good as in play good, and where you're basically uplifting your team as well. You can only have a fighting chance against some of these teams that are probably going to put belt to ass against y'all anyway by uplifting them. The first thing you need to do is slow down. Stop trying to activate takeover when the meter ain't even full. Okay? You're trying to get to a team takeover, but you got to get the meter full first, meaning you might have to come down after the other team's been on an 8-0 run, 10-0 run. You might have to come down and go through a pick and roll and find your teammate for an easy dump off pass for a layup. That's how you slow the game down, and that's how you bring your teammates with you. Instead of coming down off this other team's going on a run, 2, 3, splashing your face and all this shit. Instead of going trying to do it yourself, slow down and look for the best shot. You gotta turn into Sony. You gotta turn into Sony. Look for the best shot. Make the right basketball play. Even if the right basketball play is gonna cut the lead from 20 to 18, make the right basketball play and you will be okay. That's my advice to Hannah. But for everyone, y'all still going off on Hannah as if Notre Dame is supposed to be good, as if she's the problem. Boy, if she wasn't on Notre Dame, you might as well give them a D3 ranking. What the freaking lips getting chapped talking about this BS. It's the same deal with NC State. Why the hell were they ranked so highly? Who the hell ranked NC State so highly? Oh, because they have Camille Pierre now? Last time I checked, Camille wasn't a three-point shooter. What are we talking about? Like, yo, bro. People be having these jobs, and I don't know what I don't think people are truly watching games in the W and in college. I don't think they're truly watching games, bro. There's no way you're truly watching games according to some of these rankings as well. Let's go back to preseason. Let's go back to the preseason rankings. Notre Dame has no three-point shooting on their team. They got Zoe Brooks, Kaden Samuels starting, Zamira Jones, Camille Pierre. Well, Zam isn't starting. Who's been starting recently? Was it Zoe, Cadence, Camille, Trigger? Oh, it might be Zam Jones starting. Where's the three-point shooting on that team? Ass, and you got them ranked, and you got them. Where's NC State? Top 10 in the preseason ranking. You guys don't know what the hell you're talking about. You all don't know what you're talking about or what you're looking at. So in terms of my first impressions, to answer the question, in terms of my first impressions of women's college basketball this year, I have not been impressed. The only people impressing me low-key is Gianna Neepkins and Sarah Strong. That's it. Gino was trying to hype up Michigan, talking about, Michigan's going to be the most disciplined team we play this year. They're gonna be a tough test. Man, get the stop. This man only hyping them up just so UConn can put B to A later, bro. Stop. They try to hype up Michigan. Why everyone try to hype up Michigan because they whooped on Notre Dame? Bruh, who didn't see that coming? The line was like minus 4.5. I'm like, 4.5? They beat Notre Dame by 40 points. I said 4.5 when it's just the entire city of Ann Arbor versus Hannah Hidalgo. No, bro. No, bro. It's not no 4.5. Of course they were going to whoop on Notre Dame. Now, they beat Harvard. I thought Harvard was going to put up a little bit more of a fight there. But why Gino trying to act like UConn about to struggle? They match up with you well, sure. But if AZ goes into guard mode, Michigan, bro, we're not. What is Michigan going to do to UConn? I'll be damn Michigan win that game. If Michigan wins that game, I'll buy a Silas Swords jersey. I'm not even saying that like I'm against buying a Silas Swords jersey, but I'd still buy a Silas Swords jersey if they won that game. I would go out of my way to try and find the jersey to buy. This man Gino trying to hype up Michigan, like stop. I see it. I see it. You're not finna trick me, gang. You're not finna trick me, bro. You can't fool me. You can't punk me. Let's look at these preseason rankings again. How's Ole Miss been doing? Because I haven't been watching. I've just been I'm telling you, I've been let down by a lot of these players. A lot of these schools. A lot of these schools, once again, are shortchanging these players. These schools don't know how to develop their players. They're not, the skill sets I'm seeing being displayed is poor. It's really poor, especially for players who are upperclassmen now. I'm watching a smoked layup fest damn near every other game. The skill level, I don't think it's being developed. I don't know what player development teams on these college programs are doing. I really don't know. But I came into the season expecting to see some of these players be great. Yarden Gorzon is out here playing like hot trash, hot doo-doo, and she was a projected first round pick. I'm not saying that some of these players can't turn their season around, but it's not looking good. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. Oh, are you impressed with Lauren Betts? No, I'm not impressed with Lauren Betts either. It's the same BS I watched her do against Reagan Beers. Got beat the fuck. Got beat up playing Reagan Beers in Oklahoma. Wasn't effective at all. Still stepping out away from her post. No, I'm not impressed. I'm watching Camille Pierre play. I've been trying to help Camille Pierre for a couple years now. I'm watching Camille struggle with NC State and just struggle making layups and her shot decision making. I'm just like, oh my gosh, please don't tell me ESPN was right about you in your preseason rank. Ain't no way. I defended the hell out of Camille Pierre on the preseason ranking. But she playing like exactly where ESPN put her. I just have not been impressed. I haven't been impressed. The couple of players that have been impressing me, I can go down the rankings right now from these teams. Sarah Strong from UConn, South Carolina. Raven's been good. I like Raven's game. Obviously, I expected Tanaya Lotson's production to go down a little bit, but I'm watching Tanaya give the ball up to Raven. These programs, bro. UCLA, Gianna Neepkins has looked pretty solid. Gianna has looked really solid. She's looked better than Lauren Betts. Texas, Madison Booker still looks good. LSU, I haven't watched a lot of LSU, so I'll skip LSU. I'm going to skip LSU. Oklahoma, I'm impressed by Aaliyah Chavez. Duke, I'm not impressed by anybody. You don't have any dogs on Duke. Duke has a type. I don't know about y'all, but I think Duke has a type. I don't know what anyway, leave that alone. Tennessee, not impressed. Don't watch enough Tennessee anyway. NC State, not impressed yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for Camille to kick it into gear. It's going to be hard for her because there's absolutely no spacing on that team. So I'm doing a breakdown of that anyway. So trust me, I'm not just yapping a yap. North Carolina, not impressed. Maryland, I'm impressed with Maryland's team play, just not impressed so much with the players. Ole Miss, I haven't watched a lot of them yet. Michigan, not impressed yet. I'll make that decision up after I see them against UConn. Iowa State, everyone is high on Audie Crooks. She killing, don't get me wrong, but still not impressed yet. I have to see it against a decent team. Notre Dame, don't care. It's just Hannah there. Baylor has been impressive as a team. Actually, you know what? Instead of doing the preseason rankings, let me go ahead and do week 3. Let me just go ahead and do week 3 so I can kind of jog my memory of how these teams have been playing too. Since some of these teams I haven't been watching. I've been trying to keep up with at least the top 25, but some of these teams I haven't watched. Where were we? It's kind of stayed relatively the same, but NC State hilarious. NC State and Vanderbilt still are next to each other in the rankings right now, 16 and 17. Vanderbilt is 17. Vanderbilt, I haven't watched a lot of Vanderbilt since, I guess I really was watching Vanderbilt for Camille Pierre. It was nice seeing Michaela Blake's pop off too. She's been decent, I believe, to start the season. She cool. Oklahoma State, haven't watched them. Iowa, haven't watched them. Kentucky, haven't watched them. Louisville, have not watched them. Michigan State is 4-0. I need to start watching Michigan State because Grace Van Sluten, I heard, is putting in work. So I'll try to start watching a little bit more Michigan State. I actually might check out. I might catch a Michigan State game later this year, maybe somewhere in December. But in terms of that, yeah, I haven't been impressed. These players, a lot of these players, again, I think they're being shortchanged. I haven't seen enough improvement from them. I haven't seen enough improvement from them in terms of player development and skill development. So that's really how I feel about the college season right now. It's hard for me to watch a college game and not get mad and just start questioning how some of these people have jobs, because you're supposed to help the players improve in this certain aspect. Yeah, I say the same thing every time, but you got all these coaches and this is the play you decide to run to end the game. It's just, yeah, barely anyone's impressing me. Players and teams and coaching staffs alike. So that's all I have to say about college, the college side of the game. I will try to do more college reviews, especially with the big games coming in. Jazzy Davidson, by the way, and Gianna Neepkins probably been my 2 stars my two stars of the college season so far. Shouts out to them. USC versus Notre Dame. I'm not sure when is that game. Saturday. Is USC still ranked? USC is ranked 11th. Oh yeah, they had that ranking because of they beat NC State. Right, you're right. They beat NC State, and who else did they play? Oh well, they lost to South Carolina. When do they play Notre Dame? Oh, they play Notre Dame on Sunday. Or no. Friday, right? What is it? Tuesday? Wednesday? Thursday, Friday. Yeah, they play Friday. So USC versus ND. That should be good. Hannah Hidalgo versus Kennedy Smith and Kennedy Smith and Jazzy Davidson. That should be good. But that's the only thing I'm looking out for so far. I'll probably do a post-game reaction for that game, okay? But that's going to do it for this live stream. I appreciate you all checking this out. Leave likes, drop comments. Let me know what you all think about the new WNBA CBA. Let me know what you think about the college season. I will see you guys on the next live stream, whenever that will be. Probably after the USC ND game. But until next time, it's been your boy Hendrix. Stay safe out there. Stay blessed. Take care of yourself. Take care of other people. Stay warm wherever you are. If it's cold where you are. And until next time, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Take care. Peace.